Here we are. Guess what? We're packing again.
I'm so excited!
Yay! It's been a really long time. We've been here for 3 months, so it's we're out of practice of packing now, but we're getting back into it. We've been here 3 months. Tomorrow we have a flight. We're heading over to Mum's in France, so we're going to see Nanny and Grandpa Ian.
Yeah.
Hooray!
Hooray!
We're all very excited, aren't we?
Yeah.
And yeah, we're making it up as we go along, really. We're going to stay there maybe a week or two, keeping a real close eye on the borders and the current virus situation, just to see how things pan out. So we are probably going to travel overland over to maybe the Eastern Europe kind of area, maybe Czech Republic, Albania, Bosnia, Poland. We'll just keep an eye on everything, see how it goes. I think we'll be confined to Europe at the moment, given the current situation. Watch this space and we'll see how we get on. Yeah, I think that's about it, isn't it? We're all very excited.
Really excited.
You excited, Evie?
Really, I'm really excited.
So at the moment we're clearing out the kitchen area. We're taking the ceiling down, taking the plaster off the walls. We're going to clean it up, sweep it, and then set up a temporary kitchen for us, so we can cook, clean, and crack on with daily life. So we're sort of halfway through, and hopefully we'll update you soon about it.
Oh, well done. Ready?
No, not that much.
It's got
the quantity about right here, Nick, looking at it.
So one thing that can be said about the French is they're really family orientated. So you get a lot of parks and activity centres, if you want to call it that. Where we are now, there's various activities you can do, like tree climbing and zip lining, swimming and cycling and all that sort of stuff. So it's good. There's quite a few rivers around and lakes that have activity centres attached to them. So there's loads for the kids to do. You know, there's adventure playgrounds, all kinds of stuff. And just looking around, there's lots of schools you'll see on school trips and things like that. Because they're good places to come, and that's a good thing about France, especially during the summer months when it's warm, is you can get outside and do some activities, swim in the local lakes. They're not too cold, and on a day like today it's great. So there you go.
Hello.
Welcome to our latest video. Just get comfy, covered in straw now. So,
Start again.
back on the road.
Hi.
You know, we finally got back on the road. It took 3 months. You know, we were back in the UK for 3 months, but luckily things settled down with COVID. Restrictions were eased and countries opened up, and it allowed us to do a bit more travelling.
So here we are in France. We've been here for about 11 days now.
Yeah.
We've just got to Paris, had a quick zoom up the Eiffel Tower, and here we are talking to you.
So how's it been? A little bit strange actually. Flying from East Midlands Airport, you know, I think it's one of the first flights that left East Midlands Airport, and it was strange, you know, I'm not going to lie. People were a little bit paranoid, and quite rightly. Everyone had masks on, it was very quiet.
You have to wear masks to go on the flights and to enter. We actually had to queue outside East Midlands Airport for them to open up and let us in. We were the first flight of the day at 1:30 or something.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
And there was only a handful of flights that day, so it was really ghost town, nothing was open. It was very peculiar. But
we got on the plane, the flight was good, nice and smooth. Got to France, and were welcomed by Nick's mum and Ian. They've been over there for 10 years now, and they bought a plot of land, very, very beautiful plot of land. You know, it's got woods, got its own lake,
ancient forest.
Ancient forest. You know, it's a perfect sort of place to spend quarantine actually. So they've been quite fortunate in that sense. But you know, the area itself, Limousin, it's a very rural part of France, very quiet, there's lots of sort of farmers and agriculture and all that sort of stuff. So all you see is fields, woods and cows, but it's great, it's peaceful. But there are places you can explore around the whole area. There's sort of medieval towns, villages.
Well, some of the most beautiful villages in France are
castles
there as well, so that was really nice to wander around, and we had them all to ourselves pretty much. It's a bit of an odd sensation, isn't it, kind of being the only people wandering around town.
We enjoyed it. We enjoyed our time there, or here.
Yeah.
Well, we're still in France, as you can see, the backdrop of the Eiffel Tower. We're all worn out from walking up there, but the girls are happy because they've got themselves a slush puppy and they're slurping away in the background. You probably can't hear them. They've got blue tongues as well. Come show us your blue tongue. Your turn, Tilly. Come on, quick. No, she's far too content. Look at her blue tongue.
Come here, quick. Yeah, so we may not get any sleep tonight. I think they'll be bouncing off the walls for the next 3 weeks after that.
We visited a few places. We visited a town called Usage, is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah,
Usage. That was very nice. Very, very medieval, very quiet. Nick posted a few pictures about that on Facebook and Instagram. I think she did that.
Yeah.
That was nice. What was the second part we went to?
Ségur-le-Château was the one that we went to with Mum, and that was another medieval town. That was really lovely.
Yeah, that was quite nice. It's got,
what were we going to say?
I was saying it's got a nice little river that runs through it, and we managed to get a bit of ice cream there. We wandered through the streets. There's lots of very old buildings, and there's an old chateau on the hill which sits up on the hill, which is really, really nice. But it's nice just to get out and about, wasn't it, and walk around, don't you think?
Yeah, and we went to the chateau as well.
Yeah.
Up to an old castle that was.
But you know, in a post-COVID world, things are a little bit strange. Here in Paris, it's actually really lively. There's a lot of tourists around, a lot of people out and about, a lot of people relaxing around the Eiffel Tower. There's restaurants open, bars open, cafes open. It feels like it's pretty much back to normal.
Yeah, apart from having to wear your masks all the time. Every on public transport, and when you go into shops and up the Eiffel Tower, it's obligatoire to wear your mask, which is quite peculiar. Sitting on the train, wasn't it? But
you know, that's the price you've got to pay if you want to come away. But you know, as long as you remember your social distancing, wash your hands, keep your masks on. Hopefully everyone else is wearing their masks to protect other people. it's great, you know, we're always applying hand gel and keeping our distance, and that's how we're going to roll really for the next, we've got another 6 weeks I think. We've got just over 6 weeks. We've been away for 11-12 days so far. So we've got until the end of August. Our plan is to do a bit of Eastern Europe. We fly to Czech Republic tomorrow, to Prague, so we're going to see a bit of Czech Republic, and then we're going to try and get into Slovakia maybe, or Hungary, and around those countries, maybe Romania. We're not quite sure yet what the route's going to be. It all depends on which countries will let us in and where it's safe to do so. That's our plan. We've not got any concrete plans at all, because there's so many restrictions still pending.
Yeah, everything's changing on an almost daily basis with border controls and things, so we're just doing what we do best and making it up as we go along.
But look, you know, so far we've had 12 days extra travelling than we didn't think we'd even get. So far we've had more than we even thought we'd get. So we're going to keep going until the end of August.
And we fly out tomorrow, just tomorrow afternoon, so it's a good job we're not staying any longer, because it's way too expensive here for my liking.
Yeah, well, it wasn't so bad around Limousin, the Limousin area. Limousin, is that you say?
Yeah, up the
that
end.
Area. But Paris, yeah, it takes the absolute PISS, cost of coffees and food. And
we just bought 2 drinks and a bottle of water for €12.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, you know, Czech Republic I think is a bit more easier on the budget, on the wallet. So in Eastern Europe I think it's a little bit cheaper. Well, it's nice staying with Nick's mum, because like I said earlier, you know, it's a really nice sort of quiet area, and they have a plot of land which is kind of away from everyone, and there's only a couple of neighbours that are, I don't know, quite a way away really, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
Like it's not even a hamlet, it's not even that big, it's just like a few houses, and then it's just like lakes and hills and fields and forests and all that sort of stuff. So it was nice to get away from England. It's always nice to get away from England.
We were super lucky with the weather.
But we just spent our days visiting towns and castles and things like that. In the evenings we'd probably have a campfire and just drink beer and just take it easy, get back into the flow of travelling again, moving around. But we'll see how we go.
But now we're properly on the go.
Yeah, we'll update you soon. I think we're going to go now, because I want to go and get a drink or something to eat. I think maybe a cake or something. and their sugar's kicking in. Their bloody E numbers. So I think we should go before they start going crazy. Yeah. Look,
I'm already crazy.
They might end up scaling the Eiffel Tower without the stairs. On the outside. Wish us luck, guys.
Bye.
Good luck.
We're on the first floor now, just one more to go.